I was not sorry when my brother died. Now hold on, don't unsubscribe just yet. That's not me talking. That's the very first line of a novel I read recently. And when I tell you that sentence slapped me across the face and made me sit up straight, I mean it. Like, excuse me, what kind of cold-hearted protagonist am I about to read? Well, turns out a very smart, determined, and absolutely relatable one. Let me tell you a story. Once upon a time in rural Zimbabwe, a young girl named Tambudzai, Tambu for short, wanted to go to school. But there was a problem. She was a girl. And in her world, girls didn't go to school. They cooked, got married, raised kids, and if they were lucky, got to complain about it a little. Tambu, however, wasn't having any of it. Her brother Namo, oh, he got all the love, all the money, all the education, and he repaid it by turning into a grade A village snob. Every time he came home from the mission school, he acted like the air back home smelled beneath him. Imagine being colonized and condescended to by your own brother. But Tambu, she was different. When her father refuses to pay for her schooling, saying, and I quote from the book,
"Can you cook book and feed them to your husband?"
Page 15. She doesn't just accept it. Oh no! As nonconformist as Tambu was, and as one who would not accept a decision without challenging it, asked her mother if Maiguru, Baba Mukuru's wife who is educated, was cooking books for him. Baba Mukuru is their uncle and the headmaster of the mission school where he took Namo.
This time, though, I had evidence. My guru was educated, and did she serve Baba Mukuru books for dinner? I discovered to my unhappy relief that my father was not sensible. I complained to my mother. "Baba says I do not need to be educated," I told her scornfully. "He says I must learn to be a good wife. Look at my guru," I continued. "She is a better wife than you."
Page 16. Our girl Tambu decides to grow her own maize. Literally, grew corn to pay for her school fees. As she tells us on page 1, this story is about
my escape and Lucia's, about my mother's and my guru's entrapment, and about Nyasha's rebellion.
But before her plans could fully take root, plot twist, Namo dies, which brings us back to
I was not sorry when my brother died.
Page 1. Because that tragedy opened the door for Tambu to go to the mission school herself. Cold? Maybe. Understandable? Absolutely. But don't get it twisted. This book isn't just about Tambu. It's about a whole village of women trying to break free from the traps set by patriarchy, tradition, poverty, and sometimes even their own families. So let's talk about the trapped women for a minute. First, there's Maiguru, Tambu's aunt. She's educated, smart, and honestly, just so elegant. But her husband, Baba Mukuru, never really asks her opinion on anything. Not because he's like evil or anything, but because, well, patriarchy. Everyone just assumes she went to the UK to look after him while he studied. But here's the thing, she actually got a whole degree there. She keeps that quiet though, because, again, patriarchy. Then there's Lucia, fiery, strong-willed, and, called a witch by the family just because she's barren and doesn't take nonsense from anyone. Lucia is totally the kind of character who shows up, flips the table, and still makes you dinner afterward. Tambu's own mother, Mashingai, she's trapped in a pit of poverty and emotional exhaustion. Honestly, her breakdown is one of the most heartbreaking parts of the book. Just listen to this.
Since for most of her life my mother's mind, belonging first to her father and then to her husband, had not been hers to make up, she was finding it difficult to come to a decision. Lucia, why do you keep bothering me with this question? Does it matter what I want? Since when has it mattered what I want? So why should it start mattering now? Do you think I wanted to be impregnated by that old dog? Do you think I wanted to travel all this way across this country of our forefathers only to live like dirt and poverty? Do you really think I wanted the child for whom I made the journey to die only 5 years after leaving the womb? Or my son to be taken from me? So what difference does it make whether I have a wedding or whether I go? It is all the same. What I have endured for 19 years I can endure for another 19 and 19 more if need be.
And finally, there's Nyasha, Tambu's cousin. She was educated in England, dragged back to Zimbabwe, and now she's just caught in the middle of two cultures, kind of like a rope in a tug of war. She's brilliant, bold, and constantly fighting with her father until, well, one day she just snaps, literally. And the men? Hoo boy. They're either poor and passive, like Jeremiah, Tambu's dad, comically useless, like Takeshir, silent like Cheeto, or stern and complex like Baba Mukuru. He's honestly the kind of guy you want to yell at and hug at the same time. I went through a roller coaster reading this book. Sometimes I was bored. Sometimes I was mad. Other times I wanted to throw the book out the window. I cringed when Tambu refused to attend her own parents' wedding because it shamed her. I wanted my guru to stand up for herself. I wanted Baba Mukuru to sit down with Nyasha and listen to her. But most of all, I wanted them all to just be heard. And that's exactly what Tsitsi Dangarembga wanted us to feel. Because this isn't just a book about rebellion, it's a book about voice. Who gets to speak? Who gets to be listened to? Who gets to choose their own future? This is Nervous Conditions by Tsitsi Dangarembga. Published in 1988, this was the first novel in English by a Black Zimbabwean woman. And it still hits hard today. It's not flashy. It's not dramatic for drama's sake. It's real, quietly powerful, deeply honest. And the author? Well, she was born in Zimbabwe and educated in both England and Africa. She's not just a writer. She's also a filmmaker and a playwright. Nervous Conditions actually won the African section of the Commonwealth Writers' Prize back in 1989, and honestly, it really deserves it, like every page of it. If you've ever felt stuck between tradition and change, if you've ever felt underestimated, unheard, unseen, read this book. Tambu's voice may be from another time and place, but it still echoes loudly today. There's a sequel too, The Book of Not. I'll be reading and reviewing that soon, but not next. Let me know in the comments what you think. Would you have sided with Tambu, with Nyasha, or Baba Mukuru? Hey, thanks so much for hanging out with me today. If you're interested in diving deeper into this book, I've left some links down in the description. You can use it to grab yourself a copy and keep the adventure going. And if you're in the mood for more great reads, don't go just yet. Click on one of the videos popping up right now that I think you'll love. And don't forget to give this review a like, leave a comment, or even subscribe if you'd like to see more. Every bit of support helps us grow this little community of book lovers. See you in the next one.